This is what I thought the TV show was gonna be like. Boy, was I wrong. Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today we're gonna be talking about. They gonna tag me again? I gonna be in the video? Tag teaming. We're not double dutching in this. This jump. No. Do you feel like it? Look. Just leave. So we got a plan. We heard your request. You want to say hey?
Cut the cameras.
Lovely, right? Anyway, I just finished watching Love Victor, and I decided I'm gonna make a review for y'all because we have a few things on the plate for this month, but this came up out of nowhere, and I was like, I'm gonna get my money. Ain't nobody talking about it. About to pop in. But yeah, so I actually did originally want to watch Love Simon. I didn't want to watch it. I just wasn't really interested in it. Like I was like, it wasn't a big deal to me as much as it was to a lot of other people because I've already experienced a bunch of like queer media before, so it wasn't like a huge deal shocker to me. But everybody was like, "Oh my god, you gotta watch it! It was so lovely. It was like." They were all like,
No. And then I'm sitting there looking at you crazy, you looking at me crazy, and they looking at us crazy.
so we watched the whole season last night, and this is kind of gonna be like half review, half real talk, like honestly. But yeah, so not really that much happened. It's another reflavoring of basically like a coming out story, but it's like a television series. But it was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was actually really enjoyable to watch. I think the reason primarily why it does better than Love Simon, in my opinion, is because it's from like a person of color's perspective. Because in the first one, it's just like, here's this white boy and he's coming out his family, but it's like no offense, but it just feels like his life is way too perfect. It's like from like a person of color's perspective with like Victor, because Victor's like Colombian, he's like Catholic. It has so many other layers to what could happen. Because for Simon's perspective, he was already rich. They had money. Like his parents were super liberal. Talking about they had different shoes for riding. I was like, what? And stuff. Can we get those now? Riding shoes? I'm playing, but it felt like there were no real consequences that would have happened when he came out. It just felt like he was coming out to his truth. Only thing that was really stupid was his friends. They're like, "You gonna lie to us? It's not being true." I'm like, "But you should understand the circumstances and stuff." But then it was real stupid how I love Victor talking about Simon shook up the school. But I'm like, but wasn't there already an openly out like black character in the first movie who was very openly out, but somehow this white boy coming in shook up the whole system. All right, but it's like it's an all right TV show. It's not like, oh my god, I need to watch this. It's great. I think it does good in one aspect I'll talk about in like a second, but primarily it's pretty fun. So I got my notes ready. I got on my little Elsa tablet, but. So we got Victor. He's our main one. He's figuring out his sexuality. At first, I thought they were gonna make him like bi or pan, and I thought that would have been really cool because it would have been like, oh, okay, he can still like the girl, but also like the dude. Boom, answer, problem solved, and stuff. But yeah, he goes on like a whole roller coaster of emotions to figure himself out. He ends up in the end with his love interest from the very beginning. Then we got Mia. She's like the fake out love interest. She's like the girl. Mia's okay. Basically, that's it. She's like, my dad's getting remarried to some new woman. I don't know her and stuff. But because my mama left because she didn't like the rich life we were having. I'm like, how sis? I would have enjoyed it. But I guess that's your mama. She was crazy for just leaving you on the whim. It's like people in these shows be having like the parents be leaving like it's nothing in shows like these. They be like, oh, my life is stepping up and I just got a new house and it feels comfortable. I'm a divorce. Like, what? Go home. It's ridiculous. But I think she was our favorite character. Then we got Felix. Felix is just your wacky side character. He's okay. Ain't nothing real to him. He's got the most unrealistic dialogue in the whole show, though. Fair warning. We got Lake. She's the girl, Maya's friend. I don't know. I recognize the actress, but I was just like, she's whatever. Like her character is like her mom is a news anchor, so she has to put on this appearance all the time that she's got a whole bunch of status and stuff and wealth. Because somebody's like, your grades ain't gonna get you nowhere. Says you got my looks, and I was like, life. But her and Felix get together because she's not socially awkward, but she's like socially anxious of Felix because he's like a nerdy kid. She's trying to be popular, but nobody really cared they were together. They're like, okay, whatever. You got Andrew. He's like the black guy in this. Sorry to say, but he is. He's like the bully jock, and he bullies everybody. But he just kind of get back with Maya, because him and Maya hooked up when Maya was doing something. I think they used to date. It's not sure, but it's a whole thing. And he's like, I'm trying to get Felix to give up Maya, and it's real crazy and stupid. But I'm just like, whatever. We got Benji. He's the Victor's for real love interest. I'm just gonna say it right now. Benji ain't cute. He ain't. Like they try to Victor. First of all, the actor they got for Victor looks so much better than they got for Benji. 100%. 100%. You know they don't look good together. They don't. It's like the faces. It's just the faces. They don't look like they would flow well together in the personalities and stuff. They're kind of crazy, but he's the love interest, the other love interest. They got to get them together. Whoops and woo. And you got my favorite, Pila. I'm sorry. It's just they say her name so crazy. It's like Pila, Pila, Pila. Hello. I just like saying her name, but because it's so like, but she's kind of like the aggressive. She's not aggressive. Well, she is aggressive. She's like the aggressive, like she's like an emo girl ish, but she's like pretty fine. She deals with like relating to a new place, but also try not to hide lies within her own life. But she's one of those like aggressive people. Like if you lie, she's like, oh, she's like if you lie, she's like, I trusted you. I thought after everything that was happening, we were gonna ride or die. But no, you just gonna leave. But yeah, Pilar, I don't know. She was probably my favorite just because how they say her name is hilarious, and I think it's just funny. The main thing I do want to talk about, I've heard talk about this in the intro, but the main thing I do want to talk about is how, like, in episode 8, I know people are like, episode 8, yeah. I'm like, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the part where Victor calls out Simon because Simon makes a cameo in, like, the 8th episode because they've been Instagram chatting. And Victor calls Simon out on his, like, privilege he had when he was coming out story. And I thought that was really cool because I probably said it earlier, like, it feels like Love Simon was for like may sound crazy to some of y'all. I'm gonna be like unsubscribe, but Love Simon is honestly for white people, and I'm standing by that with my whole chest because it's like this mush mash perfect version of a coming out story. When I'm like, usually coming out stories are not perfect like this in any way, sort of form. So it's like the perfect version, like the most perfect you could get while trying to be like aggressive and conflicty and stuff. But Love Victor kind of feels like for people of color because we relate more to it. Like I don't care about Benji, whatever, but I kind of wish they gave Victor like another person of color as a love interest because it's not that I don't care about interracial relationships, but it's like we gotta stop pushing this narrative like interracial relationships are only people of color with white people because that's not how it works. Like I keep seeing that too much in everything. I don't mind it because there are interracial couples like that, but that's coming the standard of what interracial couples are, and we gotta stop that. Like if he had got with like another Hispanic dude or another like an Asian dude or even like a black dude, I would have been over the heels. Like that would have happened, but no, we only think of interracial, even not even just people of color, but like even white people. We only think of interracial as like people of color with a white person when we don't realize interracial means interracial. Many different races, ethnicities. like that's the whole point, and that's what I wanted to get across in this. It was good. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. It wasn't like groundbreaking. I enjoyed it though. It was like you're all thinking this isn't a regular place. You're correct. I just thought of something in editing. One thing I thought of like for real is like this is kind of real talkish. When the whole point of like diversity and inclusion in films, whether it's race, sexuality, religion, disabilities, etc., is the whole point of it is this idea called like normalization, where it's supposed to be how everything is normalized and brought into the fact that like people live different lives than you do, but their lives aren't worth any less than yours. We all still go through basically the same struggles. We just got little differences here and there, and that's the whole point of like inclusion and diversity within films and like media in general. Because that's where we learn most of our stuff. Like honestly, we don't remember stuff for no textbook we learned in 8th grade. I don't remember all that stuff that I learned, but like you know what I do remember all the stuff I watched from them shows, those messages, everything and stuff. And that's the whole point of like basically like diversity and stuff. So I was gonna say this earlier, but I was also thinking to myself like, just because you have white gay leads in films or white male gay leads in films doesn't mean that's all like LGBT diversity, because that's really stupid. It's like saying you have a chickmunk in a film and now you got all animals represented. It's like, no, it's not like that. Sorry for that metaphor. It's not like that. Like you still have to add different races, different things into it in order to make it like normalized, because that's why a lot of people of color like often turn against those LGBT within their own groups, LGBTQIA plus within their own groups, because they think of the gay agenda, they think of white male gay men. I said men twice, but that's what they think of, and that's not the whole point. Is this a whole nother shirt on a whole new day? Yes. I forgot that I didn't record an outro, so I decided to just do one right quick. I don't have any water. So, I actually really enjoy both the TV show and the film because, I don't know, like, they're entertaining enough. They're actually, like, pretty good if you think about it. Once, yeah, the TV show's better than the film. All that stuff I said earlier, and also I just like television more than movies because, like, I feel like you can get more things out through TV than like films. But films are also kind of more iconic, and you remember them. I don't know. It's a whole thing. But yeah, I don't know. Just enjoy it, I guess. I just go in with low expectations for like everything, so that way nothing like really like bothers me in the end. But I don't know. This one kind of raised the roof a little bit. So yeah. Well, this is the end. I'm suck at outros. Follow me, subscribe, like, share, do it, and yeah.